What's up, YouTube? You know who it is. It's that boy, man. I go by that name, man. I go by that name. You know what they call me? They call me Joshua, aka J Starry, BKA Mr. O. You dig? First and foremost, before I get into this video, I wanna give a quick shout out to God. Then secondly, I want to give a quick shout out to YouTube, because without YouTube I wouldn't have this platform to talk the way I need to. Shout out to the subscribers. Thank you to the ones who comment the videos, who like the videos, who share the videos. Press the notification bell, man, just so that you know when I upload, and subscribe so that you know when I post a new one. Comment, share the video, dislike the video, all of it helps. But I want to put this disclaimer out here before I get started. This is not a threat to the president. This is not a hatred towards the president. This is not I don't like you so much, all this extra stuff, because I don't want no trouble, but I believe that it's my God-given right to speak on this subject. Now, today I'm gonna write a letter, but I'm going to do it verbally. And this letter simply called, Dear Mr. President. I hope that he can actually listen to it and take it under consideration and, really think about some of the things that I'm going to say. Because they matter, just like he matters, and everybody that's over and under him matters, the whole world matters, but my thing is, my premise is this. I've seen the campaign trail with our president, your president, Mr. Trump. And it's very hard for me, being of the disabled community, seeing him poke fun at the disabled community, seeing him poke fun at women, seeing him poke fun and quote unquote bully people that don't deserve it. And I feel like I speak for every man, woman, boy, and girl who is disabled. I want to say this before I get it started. We are people too. So with that being said, I'm going to proceed. Dear Mr. President, I am verbally speaking this letter to you because I have some concerns. I watched you on the campaign trail when you were running for the President of the United States. And just to say one thing among many that you said, you made fun of someone who was disabled, and that broke my heart because it almost made me feel like you were talking to me, whether you know it or not, dear sir, everyone has some form of disability, whether it be cerebral palsy, spinal bifida, osteoporosis, several other things, several other disabilities out there. But I don't like to feel targeted. Mr. President, with all due respect, do you not understand that bullying is not cool? There's many ways that you can bully. You can bully someone just by typing something on a computer screen, not knowing how words really affect them, not understanding the lasting effects that you may have on someone. Dear Mr. President, with all due respect, I must say, as I looked upon my television screen that day, I sat back and I said to myself, I wonder if he had a mile in my shoes, would he be able to handle it? I wonder if one of his children were, God forbid, but in a wheelchair, would he be able to handle the mere fact that they're disabled? Disabled people have the right to be people, regardless to how some may feel on the contrary, regardless to what they may say. We are human too. I don't care what form of disability, Mr. President, that one may have, we are allowed to freedom of speech. You have made fun of immigrants. You have also made fun of people of color, and I feel as if though everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So, dear sir, with all due respect, that is your opinion, but do understand that we live in the land of the free. I am a young man who has been sitting down for 35 plus years. I've been in a wheelchair and it's all I've known. But in the history of my living, I have never heard a president make fun of anybody who was less fortunate than he. You know, because the situation is as follows. If you really think that being in a wheelchair, I challenge you, Mr. President, to take one day where you cannot stand up and do something for yourself. Take a full day out of your schedule and sit down and depend on somebody to help you use the restroom. No disrespect, but I want you to sit down for 12 hours or more in your day and realize how hard it is to earn respect. In a wheelchair or out of a wheelchair, we are all human. Women deserve respect, Mr. President. I even heard you, and I quote, say that you will grab the woman by the vagina, but do you realize, sir, that you have daughters? Do you realize the lasting effects that you have on people, the influence that you have on people, dear sir? Understand that by you taking under consideration of cutting off Social Security, disability, Medicaid, and Medicare, do you know how many people will be, first of all, out of jobs, and second of all, out of help? Mr. President, I behoove you that you take this under consideration, because there's a lot of people who've put a lot of hard work and effort into earning the right to receive back what they've put in. Now, the people that have pre-existing conditions, such as myself, we, sir, We, sir, didn't have a choice in the matter. We did not have a choice in the matter at all. I was born like this, and the hardest thing about it is people already don't want to listen to us. People don't want to pay attention to us. But when they see someone with a high position such as yourself, sir, it makes it even worse. I plead and I beg to you, sir, that you understand and realize how much of an effect you have on people like me. To be honest with you, I don't know what I would say to you if I came to the White House to greet you. I would be a gentleman as I should, but at the same time, I do not know what I would say to you, because all I would do is probably well up with tears and tell you, sir, that I'm very angry because there's a lot of people who want to speak to you but just don't know how. And the only reason why I'm verbally writing this letter to you today, with all due respect, is because these are my natural feelings. This is how I feel as a person of disability, but yet human, you see, because we want to have the right to free speech too. We want to be able to live normal lives too. We want to be able to say when we go into places, we don't have to worry about getting looked at funny. We want to be able to understand and know that we're respected. Mr. President, I respect you. So I plead with you that you respect someone like me, someone who's been living with a pre-existing condition for 35 plus years. And if I could go back and change this condition, I probably wouldn't, because this condition has made me a great person. I didn't grow up privileged, sir, but what I did grow up with were standards, morals, and values. And I value myself, and I value the respect of other people, whether it be women, men, or etc. I value the opinions of others. And dear Mr. President, this is with all respect, I humbly say this to you. Take it under consideration that people deserve love, not disrespect, not pain, not hatred. My plea is simply see people for who they really are, Mr. President, because once you do that, maybe then you can look past yourself and see that there are real people out here and not just people who are on the TV. You know, because the people who are on the TV, whether you know it or not, they have feelings too. You know, I am just one who feels very strongly about who God created me to be. You say that we stand on a Christian foundation, but do you really realize that making fun of people like myself and other people is not the Christian thing to do? I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. President, but I will say this. Take this under consideration. We are people too. Disabled, walking, gay, straight, transgender, nonverbal, verbal, all of the above. We are people too. We are people too, and we deserve to be respected. Women who go through physical abuse or sexual abuse don't deserve to be talked down upon. They don't deserve to be mocked. They don't deserve to be treated unfairly. They don't deserve any of that. Men go through molestation too, and they don't deserve to be made fun of. Disabled people do not deserve to be made fun of, because the fact of the matter is, Mr. President, people speak on Saturday Night Live, and you don't like how people treat you on Saturday Night Live. But listen to my heart and listen closely, please. Treat people with disabilities and other situations that are going on, please treat us with respect. That's all we ask. Because without these certain things that we must have to survive, like Medicaid and Medicare, Social Security, disability, and these things, people like myself won't survive. We survive because of God. And God allowed these certain things to be put in place so that we can survive, sir. So please take this under consideration. With all due respect, sincerely yours, I simply go by the name of Mr. O. I'm signing off, sir. Thank you for listening and being considerate. God bless America.